in the fucking face.
In the next bubble screen over here, let's throw curls.
What are the whys, right? What are the whys?
Bears Hour Live.
32 is the identity.
We were kind of stuck in neutral, and I thought it was a good idea to hand the play calling over to Bill Lazor.
Loses the football, strip sack, and a take.
Bears Hour Live. Bears Hour Live. We go on live right after Bears games with your boys Draft Talking, the smartest man alive. Yo, Bears Hour Live. Bears Hour Live. We go on live right after Bears games with your boys Draft Talking, the smartest man alive. Ran up with the true analysis you expect. Raw passion for the show. Bear fans get nothing less. Locked in with real emotion and passion for every play. Coach Phil gonna bring that range, but in with facts by shade. Post game show like nothing else you're gonna hear. Some can try to copy, but a bucket's not sincere. Delivering the truth on what just happened, to be clear. That's why we're on TV, so you can see it, not just hear. Hey yo, with Draft Dr. Phil, you know it's always hit sticks. Splitting double T's like 96 Hakeem hits. You can tell the shit matters. Their love can be felt. Critical of Nagy cause the talent he's been dealt. As our life keeps growing, Shane's all knowing. Delivering the truth on how the QB's throwing. Dimes on time, just lacking fundamental. Whatever the case, we get hot like Cecil. Fiery discussion about what happened in the game. This ain't your daddy's postgame, no expect the fucking flame. Not for the average fan, a loss they can't survive.
But don't you worry.
Bears Hour Live.
Bears Hour Live. Bears Hour Live. We go on live right after Bears
I don't think we're that much worse.
The myth, the red legend, Dr. Phil Ototion.
Because teams realize, hey, we gotta stop Matt.
When you put that much into it, you don't let that. And the guy next to you said, "You son of a bitch, you better block." That's what happens. That's when you have a real good team.
And let's get it on.
This is Bears Hour Live.
Yo, Monday Night Football. What a second half. Sucks to lose that way. You're hoping Cairo could have booted that through there at the end. We all know what this game is going to be about on the negative side with the crazy calls by the referees, taking the Bears essentially out of the game. You'd love to have those 4 points back that they screwed them out of earlier. But there is still a ton of positivity that we need to take from this game, and that is namely number one. You saw the growth in Justin Fields tonight. You saw the calm demeanor. You saw the fucking kid grow into an NFL quarterback, big time NFL quarterback tonight, I feel. He stood there. He stood tall. He made plays. Some of those passes, I know Phil will break it down later on this week for you guys. Amazing. Chicago, you have a quarterback. You saw the growth tonight. So that needs to be the focus as much as this loss hurts, because it was really stripped, from us, not by, hey, was the play perfect? No. But when you have the guys in stripes openly missing call after call after call after call in favor of Pittsburgh, and I don't like to play that game that blame everything on the refs. Tonight, you can. You saw the guys on ESPN. You heard them openly talk about it, how it was awful. But the growth, this is going to be the night that we look back at as Chicago Bears fans when we can say in unison, we have a fucking quarterback. It started tonight. 29-27, Bears on the road, drop into the Steelers. No DDP's in his dungeon, ready to go. See what direction he takes this rant.
Yeah, it is a tale of two halves. In all honesty of truth, that first half of football sets the tone of your preparation and how
you come out to play on Monday Night Football against the refs and the Steelers and everything. I'm not going to mince words and play fucking blog boy bullshit with any fucking buddy. What I saw was a team kowtowing in the moment. I asked for somebody to fucking step up. And it's a shame that it has to be David Montgomery and a rookie quarterback and Cole Kmet growing up before our eyes. That's what I'm talking about over the B-shoe salesman, because he is not the fucking head coach. I don't care how they performed in the second half. I'm looking at fundamental flaws, discipline, not knowing assignments, penalties, timeouts, the same shit until what Shane is talking about. I'm not going to let it go because I know what it takes to win. As a coach, you have to be maniacal. You have to know the plays in your fucking head, not in a sheet. You got to know the assignment for the fucking front, how it's going to be blocked, and how you're going to fucking choose your personnel to attack. Guess what? They threw the fucking ball downfield. Downfield. I'm not going to pull out my fucking pom-poms. I'm not. This is what this kid brings to the table. A big boy football player who can fucking spread the fucking receivers out, use your big tight ends and your elite running back and attack these guys. I would beat this fucking Pittsburgh team by 3 touchdowns. But you're in a game. You're in a fucking game now. And I'm not going to fucking let these officials off the hook. That was a travesty of epic proportions. As much as I dislike Matt Nagy, I feel sorry for a coach having to fucking deal with bullshit. Bullshit! You're not calling it both ways. You're weaseling your way. Chop block? That's 4 points. You win the fucking game. Chop block? Pass interference? It's offensive pass, if anything. Damn, Robert Quinn getting tackled. Fucking Justin Fields getting hit 3 seconds. And then the taunting penalty gives them the win. The taunting penalty was a bullshit Italian pussy getting bumped. And he wants to fucking throw the flag. That's what it was. Don't give me this shit. He's talking to the sideline. That's football. This was an official taking control, NFL. He took control of the game and threw the flag and allowed Pittsburgh more time and a field goal. I feel sorry for Matt Nagy. He should be fired. But any coach should never have to deal with somebody's fucking ego at the official position. You took it upon yourself, you motherfucker, to throw that flag. Don't give me no fucking taunt. We know what it was. He bumped into you. He's emotional. So am I. So is my kid. So is every fucking fan in the stadium telling him, go fuck yourself. Every person in this fucking country saw this shit. Tony Correnti decided who was going to win that fucking game tonight. No one's going to fucking change my mind. No Pittsburgh fan, no troll-ass blog boy, nobody. I coached this fucking game. I played it. I know what the momentum does. It swings. And then you're getting fucking hung out to dry. And Sean Desai, you become a pussy. That's right. That's what I see. You don't man up and challenge this motherfucker. He can't even move. Attack him. Splits fucking Roquan every down. Rush the edges. Nope. We're all confused. We're lined up offside. We're giving the refs flags. Go right down the fucking field. Are you kidding me? You destroyed a monumental moment in Chicago history. Yes. A monumental moment. Because that rookie, as Shane said, I want to come on here and praise and enjoy and give you everything. But as a head coach, I come out here, I get fucking fined. That was a disgrace in officiating. If Matt Nagy kowtows to the NFL, who clearly went out of their way tonight to the point where Brian Greasy and company are calling it. When is there going to be a flag on them? Ben gets bumped and falls down. We're throwing a fucking flag. This guy, it's like a fucking soccer game. Yellow card. Yellow. I love this game of football. When a zebra goes out there and ruins it and takes away the performance of Justin Fields, it's a shame. Because Shane's 100% right. The moment, there was no mental midget. There was just fucking stand in there and deliver. That's what he did. David Montgomery, driving his legs. He's been on IR. He's been on fucking IR. You think he wanted it? That's what this game is about. People like that. Maybe Eddie should be watching on the sideline. You hear the quote? Because I know I fucking did. Roquan Smith. DeAndre Houston Carson's the hardest worker on this team. He's on the fucking bench. Who picks up the fumble? DHC. Who makes the play? DHC. This is the problem. Personnel, aggressiveness, and fundamental discipline. It is not there. It is not there. I'm watching the first half. You look like a fuck. You should fire this fucker right at halftime. He's overwhelmed and afraid. And his team plays down to that. Give me somebody that wants to be in a fucking street fight. Give me somebody that's prepared, that understands you're better than the Steelers. You're better than the Steelers. You got to play better. You got to be disciplined. And you got to do it together. There's no fucking, I'm just saying this in truth. There's no doubt in my mind. Allen Robinson makes that play. Guess what? He's on the sideline the next play because he's jogging all fucking season. He lost his energy, his wind. This is the stuff that PFF and these fucking blog boys flip-flopping by the day, by the fucking day, don't give you. I fucking care so much that I'm upset with myself that I care that much. But you ain't going to win with Matt Nagy as your head coach. I'm sorry, Virginia. I'm sorry, Millhouse and little boy George. You are not winning with this guy. He is not a leader of men. He has no plan. And although he felt the wrath of the officials tonight, in the end, he's not there to answer the call. His team didn't rise up. His defense didn't rise up. And that's a problem. Because Bill Lazor's calling plays. Finally, we're throwing the fucking ball down the seam, Shane. Finally, we're throwing the ball outside the numbers, Shane. Finally, we're seeing anybody want to make a play for this young kid. Tonight will be a stepping stone. The real story will be, okay, you gave it all you got. My final point. On Monday Night Football with the country watching you. And you came back, you battled back, you faced all the adversity. How do you play when you go off that bye week? How do you come back against the Ravens? How do you answer that bell? That's the sign of a fucking head coach. I've never seen them come off a bye week and look like they prepared. I saw a head coach praising what a great week of practice they had. I've heard that many times before by many phonies in my life. No more. We stand together. This is just another showcase of why a true QB competition gets you to this point in September. In September, you have the wrong people running this franchise, and you have the wrong head coach. Shane, that is my rant.
9% of the people.
There you go. You're back.
I'm sure 99% of the people have seen it, but we'll throw that up there and we can react to it. And the Cassius Marsh play, I mean, you can see Correnti dips into him himself. I mean, it's this for the conspiracy theorists that want to say
you have the video?
Yeah, I mean,
Perfect.
it's disgusting. It's
that's
when
why
people want to say that Vegas is involved. These are the type of plays that make you think that. And I know there's probably people out there that are laughing at me saying that, but here's the play.
I don't give a
was
shit.
Directing.
There, watch this again.
No, he's already reaching. Was directing.
There, watch this again.
No, he's already reaching.
Oh
No,
my!
he wasn't reaching.
He wasn't reaching.
He reached after contact. Let's watch that one more time.
Was directing.
There, watch this again.
No, he's already reaching. Was directing.
There, watch this again.
It's terrible.
Oh my! It's worse watching it like that.
Well,
It's absolute travesty. Just like I fucking said in my rant. I don't miss a fucking beat on this. I don't. It's a terrible horseshit call. I know how to win this game, and I know how to get into the fucking ref's head. You have to fucking... The ref leans into him, as Shane said.
Yeah, he did.
And had an agenda. This is the same ref that sees a two-step run smash of a quarterback.
Yeah, it was three consecutive plays that the refs fucked up at that point. Yeah.
Shane, line judge number 47 totally has money on this fucking. He needs to be investigated. Him and Correnti, there is a showcase in this game. That line judge is spotting balls. I mean, you don't even have a fucking clue. It is nuts when you look at it. And that's beyond, that's a ref taking the game, like I said, into his own hands and deciding that he's going to give points. It's fucking 20, I would say almost 48 seconds after the big sack. That needs to be investigated. I tagged the NFL. I tagged them in everything. This is a travesty, guys. It's Monday Night Football in front of the nation, and they still have an ego to think they could get away with this shit. Now, I'm with Stevie. This is a showcase of the head coach, the undisciplined penalties. But let me tell you this. I'm glad Greasy was tremendous tonight because he was all in response real time. He called the bullshit James Daniels chop block. That's 4 fucking point swing.
Dude, he didn't even make fucking contact. Right.
He fell to
and
the
he was
fucking
inside
ground.
the tackle box anyway.
The rule, it totally loses. Like, these can't be judgmental calls. This is the fucking show. What were the numbers, Jackal? Penalties. It was like something to 4. They gave Bears 2 down the stretch there. But it was like 14-4 at one point or so. 13-4. And they were fucking big time.
Yeah, the Bears had 12 penalties for 115 yards.
12.
Yep. Pittsburgh had 5.
I think it had to go higher than 12 because it was at 12 at one point. They must be fucking missing. It has to be 13.
I don't know.
Listen,
I'm looking at the official box.
Maybe
score
you're
here.
right. Chris is looking at it too. They fucking could be lying there, right, Jackal? They could be fucking lying on the official stat. Just like they gave this dude fucking an extra sack. Thought you don't get a sack on a fucking QB option run. But no, not our fucking poster boy, TJ Watt. We'll give him another fucking sack. These are the little things that I see. Even they did turn back the clock to 5 seconds, albeit for not.
Phil, I know there's been a lot of people on Twitter, especially Colin.
Oh, I got it.
Your last
talking about the timeout.
Well, no, because that was actually the correct call there. Because
right, I was gonna clear that up because I got about
yeah.
50 DMs and texts. I'm like,
no. What I was gonna ask you was the final play. There was people asking for a Hail Mary, trying to get a pass interference, or would you have settled for the what was it? What did it end up being? 66.
I was shocked that they fucking kicked the ball there. I'm just being honest. I didn't get the kick there. It ain't hindsight. I'm telling you, I know they went for the quick throw out, but I just did not like the field goal attempt there. That is in the moment in. And I'm just, I'm not going to lie to you. It's not hindsight. We're looking at the NFL record 66, right?
Yeah.
By just Tucker.
Yeah, and he had 40, what was he at, 40 consecutive?
Yeah, he was at 40 consecutive field goals. And to me, I wanted I hated the fucking decisions on the first down. I hated the decisions. I like attack the fucking downfield. You had the opportunities to do that. You have Jasper Horsted and Cole Kmet with Mooney and Robinson. Damiere Byrd, why is he on this fucking team? I don't even understand what he gives you. 1 catch on the season? But I hated the last drive's play calls. I would have liked to seen Justin Fields being allowed to throw the ball down the seams. Then you get up there, you clock it. They had to do the timeout, guys. There was no wasted timeout.
Right, yeah.
Because they came out and stopped the clock for a measurement on that Ben Roethlisberger run.
Get out of the way. That shit starts rolling again.
Yeah, once they set, the clock will start rolling. Then they could take it down to 0 seconds and kick. And that's the end of the game. So you got to call the timeout so you can get a possession again, no matter what happens with the field goal. But here's another thing that I want to talk about on that. Shane, I'm a fucking maniacal motherfucker. I bring on Jimmy Graham and Cole Kmet, and they're in the fucking kick block team here to the end of this game. You got Kyrus Tunga? Kyrus Tunga's going, what is he going to block? He might get a push, but he ain't getting up. You got to get some big guys inside. Was this dude from Mother Russia dressed tonight? Because I didn't see him. 93. I don't think he was. He might have.
Here comes the coach, Phil.
We got Coach Nagy here. Whoop. Look like he's got some earrings in.
We'll see where that goes and how that is.
Let's see if he's strong enough to call out the officials.
Too many penalties, 12 penalties, 115 yards. Start, the first half for us to be able to let them start with the ball at the -40 twice, and then within our own territory is, we can't have that. And so
you see how he looks down, Jay?
Half offensively, I thought the second half, the defense
embrace the fucking moment. You're reading stats. Nobody gives a shit.
Touchdown.
Do you think anybody that gives a shit about the fucking stats? Stand up there and talk about the fucking game.
Emotional across the board. Special teams was big, getting that fumble. We talked all week about that, getting the ball away, and special teams did that. And for Iggy to pop
stand in there,
scoop and score.
Like Jeff is saying, say it with your fucking chest, like it matters to you. Look like a fucking puppy that didn't get adopted today.
Carney, we did address it, and you're wrong. It was a measurement, and the clock starts. So
but in the end, we didn't.
Matt Nagy was correct in calling the timeout.
make that field goal in the end and win it, and that's where we're at. So with that, I'll go ahead and open it up. Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to find out.
Turn up.
I didn't see it.
Motherfuckers.
But you can't, in those situations, you got to be able to get off the field, So I think that's one example of us making
He's
sure
about
that
to fucking
we don't
cry.
have that stuff happen.
And that's a disappointment to me. Stand up there, coach, and tell.
No, I mean, I
feel
don't
like
know
we
about
got
the two teams.
hosed.
I just look at what we have with 12 penalties. It's too many. And that's for us, we got to.
You didn't find any fucking wise.
It pushes you back, or it gives them 3 yards. And it's a rhythm game, and you want to stay in rhythm. You want to stay away from penalties, and I feel like we need to be better there.
You need to take a fine here.
Yeah.
You need to do it for your fan base, for your own career.
We tried to steal a few
Allen
yards there the
Robinson
play
injured
before.
his
Watt made a good
hamstring,
play,
and
tipped the
Akeem
ball down,
Hicks
credit to
left
him.
ankle.
And so you could have went either way there. Realistically, you could try to throw the Hail Mary and have something happen, or try to kick the field goal. Obviously, we chose that one, and I think both are low. But it would have been nice to get a few extra yards.
Need to do it, man.
Prior to what ultimately was the game-winning drive for the Steelers, were there any conversations between you and coach deciding
Fucking
how you wanted to
Robert Quinn and fucking coverage on the game-winning drive.
Sean knows. I mean, we were
Oh
really
my God.
excited going into
Sean
that drive. Very
Desai,
confident.
please
Felt
go
good about, hey,
fucking
man,
away.
here's where they're
That's
at.
not
They
how
got
you
the one
do it.
timeout. They got to get a field goal to win it. Schematically, with what we do, we want to make sure that we keep them in bounds, wrap up. And then we gave them some free yards there too, with some defensive all sides and neutral zone stuff. So again, that's probably what we'll look back and see. They had the false start there that kicked them back 5 yards, and then they had that third down, which made it 4th and inches, where they ultimately kicked it. So those are moments that we
are you putting Robert Quinn in coverage, coach?
Like
what
Ben
was the
Roethlisberger,
reasoning
he
behind
can
that?
make you pay, and a credit to their coaching staff for finishing that game and not giving up at the end.
I know that it's a loss, but for Justin to have those passes to A-Rob, Mooney, to bring you guys all the way back, I mean, how important is that in your whole grand scheme of things with him?
Yeah, the big picture for him is great. When they scored, they kicked that field goal, went up 6. There was a really pretty neat moment of just looking on the sideline, and you could feel it from the players. Like, okay, we fought back to get to this point where a touchdown wins it, and then I looked over at Justin.
Two biggest things in the
this
fucking
smile
room.
on his face, where
Obviously, his
it was
fucking
like it was his
career.
time.
He should be
And,
fired. But
to see
number
that,
2,
the confidence that gives you
the
as a
fucking
coach when you see that, I mean,
fraudulent
it was like he was
taunting
almost
call,
hoping that
coach.
this was going to be the situation. And then for
You
him
haven't
to
asked
follow
him
through
yet
with
about that.
and
That
make those plays that
is
he
a
made,
letdown
it
by
was
the
a really,
fucking
really
media.
good feeling on that
You
sideline.
kidding me?
And I think so.
That's
when
the
you talk
fucking
about
whole
the growth
story.
for him and for the offense and just our team in general.
Now we're gonna
like
fucking
that's a
word
moment,
salad
right?
this
That's
shit?
a moment. But in the end, we lost, and that's
No
when you're in
shit.
that locker room right there. This is a team.
How about
game,
you
and that's what
fucking
our guys care
address
about.
the
That's what
fucking
we care about.
officials?
And we gotta
They
figure
had
it out.
a huge hand in you losing. We're talking about A-Rob.
Yeah, well,
What'd you
A-Rob
see?
ran a good route. I mean,
What'd you
Justin,
see on
I
that
thought
play,
the one
Shane?
thing too,
Fucking
as we went through
doing
this
here?
game,
My
I thought
God!
our offensive line, especially against this front, they did a good
What
job.
did you
of
see on the
really
big
making sure
A-Rob
that
play?
TJ
I saw a
Watt didn't
fucking
affect
receiver
the
run a route, make a
and
catch.
along with Hayward
What the
too. So
fuck?
he had time. He made a
Taunting
nice
penalty,
throw. I thought
coach.
you guys
Are
probably
you
felt
fucking
more
pissed
downfield
off?
shots today, having an
Are you gonna
opportunity to do
cry?
that, and that was one we connected on. We need to get more of those and then execute, and we ended up doing that in the red zone. But
Oh my
again,
God.
Justin being able to kind of feel that, stay on time with his feet in
honestly,
the pocket, make
if
a
the
nice
next
throw, A-Rob make a
question
nice catch.
Is not about
it
the
was
fucking
good for us.
fraudulent taunt call.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brad.
Clunky.
What does he say, Shane?
Offense in the first half was clunky.
Yeah, well, it's
Brad
not an easy.
Biggs,
It's a
fuck,
difficult
go.
environment out
Just
here.
stop.
When you're out here getting going, and there's
It's a
some things
fucking
that we
bunch
want to
of-
always. I think the biggest thing is like when you say the word.
You
clunky,
deserve
it's probably
so
just more
much
rhythm
better,
and tempo
Chicago,
in and out
than
of the huddle.
this. This
we had
is
the one
a
play where we
fucking-
called a timeout, and
A
other than
kindergarten
that, I mean,
teacher.
there's just
This
it's
is
the
the
communication. We
fucking
want to
worst
keep
shit.
that going in and out of the huddle.
Oh my
If you have
God.
any formation, motions,
Soccer
or
mom
shifts, you got to
calling
keep that going. You
plays.
got the play clock. So again, with Justin being a rookie and going through these experiences are good for him, just understanding that. And then I thought that
Najee Harris just
starting with him
tweeted
and
out
the rest
the
of the
story
guys
about
coming
him
out that
sleeping on
second
the
half
floor
in
in
a tough
college is
environment
complete
down like
bullshit.
He really showed
That they talked
how
about.
he was able to improve with that,
my
with the
God.
offense.
In particular, what did you do to try to neutralize TJ Watt?
Oh my fucking God. This is the
Yeah.
worst media. Guys, be careful with coach's feelings
Well,
tonight.
he's gonna get his production. That's gonna happen because he's too good of a football player.
God.
You just can't have it be over the top where
This is
it
a fucking
ruins the
showcase
game
of
and
how
affects it so
you're
much that you
never
just
gonna
can't-
win.
It affects
You're
how you
never
call
gonna
games.
win
So,
in this fucking league.
Give credit to Coach Laser and Coach
The
Juan.
only
O-line
thing you're
and-
gonna
and
get
being able to
is
be able to
fucking
get some
another
chips and
fucking
slams on the
soccer
edges
coach here.
And then the guys got to execute too. The offensive line has to execute. Justin's got to stay on
fucking
time. The
Ted
wideouts got to get
Lasso
open.
would be a
And
better
in
fucking
the
coach
end,
for
I
this
thought
team
that
than this
we were
fucking
able to
clown.
do that more so in that second half, and that's
Doesn't
where,
deserve to wear
you know,
fatigues.
when we go back and watch the tape, we want to see, that
You
kind
don't
of
need
stuff
to
more
watch the
often in
tape.
first half.
You saw what we all saw. You sucked in the first half.
But also for catches who just come off the practice squad.
Yeah.
As a coach, how do you balance like a guy adequately being able to celebrate perhaps the biggest play of the game with things that
Yeah, I know. It's again, I did not see it, so it's hard for me to comment
he's
yet
got to watch
I
the
haven't
tape,
seen
Shane.
it. I think we all understand it's a very, very emotional game. These guys it's a different deal when you're
Fire
watching on
this
TV.
guy
It's a different deal
tonight.
when you're. I mean, it's
Fire.
an emotional game,
He's
and so that's
no
not excusing
shit.
anything. But we gotta be
No
smart.
shit,
And
it's
It's
emotional.
also an emphasis.
You
this
need to
year,
sit
right?
there with
It's a
emotion and say it
major
was
emphasis.
bullshit.
So knowing that it's a major emphasis, we all as coaches and players got to make sure that you just don't even put it in the gray area. Right?
No,
Don't
coach.
put it in that
That's
area.
the wrong
And
fucking
you
answer.
guys did a great job. You worked
Stand
like
up
hell
for
to get
your
off the
team.
field.
It was a
So come off
bullshit
the field,
call.
right? Celebrate with
Correnti
your
gets
guys. And so,
bumped
again, I gotta
because he
see it. I
wants to
didn't see
bump
it.
into the fucking kid.
But it's
He did not like
it's one of those
the
deals
fact
that,
that he was
they're
staring
emphasizing.
down the Steelers. But it's okay if Aaron Rodgers does this, Shane. That's not taunting nobody.
Nope.
Let's have fucking COVID. Let's not suspend him. That's the fucking
again, I still
NFL
gotta look at
way.
it.
We're gonna
It
pick
doesn't matter
favorites.
what
In
I think
Chicago,
when I
we got
look
a
at it,
fucking
but
pussy.
The biggest thing is
as
I
a
think what they're
coach.
trying to
That's what
direct
we
is
got.
whatever you do, don't do it to that.
I'm
to
not
the
here to
opponent.
raise your
Do it to your
kids.
your own teammates, right? If you're celebrating or anything like that. So that's the rules, and we got to follow the rules, and that's as simple as that.
Make every fucking inch matter, coach. You can't even stand up for your fucking team and say that was bullshit. I would take the fucking fine. You're a millionaire.
So the first question that you asked,
You'll make more money than everybody in the chat
I
already.
got it from, the first question you asked, I no comment on that.
What was this question, Shane? I was yelling.
That it was a cut in the box, which is a rule, but
It wasn't in the
again,
box. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it.
Comment on that play.
You're a pussy for that. The no comment means what?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's a fast game down there for those guys, and so I know it's not easy.
Oh my God! Fire this guy.
So we just again,
he's
the
so
rules
nice,
of like
though,
taunting and everything else is
Virginia.
protecting the quarterback.
Teddy,
and,
he's so nice.
luckily,
for
Justin
us.
bounced back up, and
He makes
it
no
didn't
problem.
phase him. But I was just asking him.
I
like,
would fucking fix
was
this
it
in a
close and stuff
fucking
like that. And they
New
gave
York
me,
minute.
They gave me
It's so
you know,
dumb.
what they saw. And
You don't
it
want to
is, it's a quick
comment?
game down there. It's hard.
I don't want to get fined.
Well, we just gotta. Yeah, you're right. It's not 3-6 is not where we want to be. We have the bye coming up.
No
and,
shit.
The guys are in there. They care.
They're gonna
and,
fucking sell.
but
We
in
got
the
out
end,
of a
it's
losing
gonna be about
streak,
doing
a
it.
7-game
We gotta
losing
do it.
streak.
So, a chance for us right now with the bye to get healthier, both mentally
You
and
take
physically.
the fine.
And
You don't cry.
You lose 4 in a row. You got to figure out the only way to get rid of that.
You think
sting
Bill
is to win.
Belichick isn't taking
So
a
we gotta-
fucking fine?
unfortunately, it's never fun going into.
They
a
need
bye
to
on a
think
loss.
about how they
So now we
officiated
gotta-
this
you
fucking
gotta,
game. You could say it
self-evaluate,
just like that.
self-reflect everybody, and that's what the guys talked about in the locker room, and just make sure that.
Tell
you
him,
know, you
Amy.
do keep
He's
fighting,
fucking
'cause the
worried
one
about
thing
hiring
is
fucking
I think we
McDonald's
all saw it
employees
is,
instead of making fucking
tough
a
environment. The guys
stand.
fought. They fought. You got to give them credit for that, but in the end, not enough credit because we didn't win for all of us.
Last one, guys. No more question for coach.
Cam Hayward, nothing you can do about that. Can you tell us about what happened on the one drive where Justin Fields teamed the bootleg out to TJ Watt's side?
Yeah.
Yeah, a naked boot
Yeah,
after
it
you
took us out
booted
of
the
range.
other
That's a
side.
play. There's a little bit of a risk with a naked like that. And I mean, I was watching Watt from the snap of the ball, and right away his first step it was straight upfield, and that's hard as a quarterback as you're coming back out to the right and your back's to him. You turn around, he's right there. So you're right, that got us out of field goal range. So those are ones that we always look back at and say, darn, I wish we would have done something different there and helped out that way. But he made a good play, and I think right before that, you guys saw we had a naked bootleg going to the left. He hit Cole Kmet.
Because
So
everybody knows you're going to go do it again
because
because
that's
you're
always ones that we
predictable.
look back at and wish we could change.
Wait, he's
Yeah.
nope. He just bounced
Matt
on
Nagy.
that because they only said one more question. God knows. This game's a storyline. The Bears have a quarterback, but they have an incompetent head coach. And that's correct, Amanda. That is 100% correct. Jeff, stealing my lines. This coach is exactly soft as baby shit. That's what you're saying. You take the fine there. You got burned on the chop block. The non-roughing calls. The fucking taunting call cost you the game, Shane.
Yeah, Jason Leisure just tweeted out at the beginning of the season, Matt Nagy reiterated that he was fully in favor of the taunting rule being put into place and believed it was reasonable to ask the players. He did point out tonight that football is an emotional game, but again, defends the rule and says players need to follow it. How he can see the way that unfolded, and
he says I didn't see it. I gotta go look at the tape.
Yeah, that's. Whew. I mean, there's no fucking way he hasn't seen it at this point. Impossible.
Listen, there is something to be said in the locker room when they see a fucking head coach go out there and defend them. You want to change a culture? You want to change how players view you? You stand up for them because each one of them knows. Let's just go down the list, Shane. David Montgomery. He gets a fucking star. Cole Kmet. He gets a fucking star.
Justin Fields.
Darnell Mooney gets a fucking star. Justin Fields gets a fucking gold star. Who else out there? Jason Peters getting fucking hurt, coming back in.
Eddie
playing
Goldman.
his ass off. Eddie Goldman. Roquan Smith. You talk about a guy doing a 180 from last week to this week?
But it's gotta continue with
all of it.
Yeah,
the whole fucking team has to continue, bro. You and I have been here before.
Duke Shelley, I think you could put up in there.
Duke Shelley.
And can people fucking stop with the nonsense with Kendall Vildor? If you're saying that he's a fucking problem, you don't know football. Subscribe to our Patreon, the TTNL Patreon, and we'll show you. Be happy that you have this kid.
Don't go read the Bears blog for Christ. If you're doing all those dumb PFF, Brian Soderfield, whatever Spielberger's asses, whatever the fuck. If you're reading that shit, you're uninformed. You're uninformed. I don't hide. I put my name to the breakdown. Berlissimo and I, my dad, we go out there. We don't hide. Shane, on Wednesday, we'll have Eric Kramer, Mark Schofield. Think Schofield and Kramer are going to be happy with Justin's performance? Hell fucking yeah, they are. We don't fucking hide. We don't play politics. We play the truth here. The truth is Kendall Vildor is a fucking steal in the 5th round. What you saw last on that last drive is complete on Desai. No one knew what the fuck they were doing.
No,
What are
they were
you
lost.
doing? Robert Quinn in fucking coverage is a fireable offense. You need to fucking sack a statue, not cover one with a fucking. We've seen this shit before, Shane.
He's literally, other than Eddie Goldman, the worst possible guy that you could drop in the coverage at any position on this defense. He's brought here for one reason. They gave him $70 million to sack the quarterback. Not to remember what's his face? Our DC last year. Pagano. We're gonna get our guys going this way, not this way.
Not this way.
No, it's these.
Here we go, Desai. I don't think they taught you that in Shelton.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. Fucking. What are you taking a $70 million pass rusher and dropping him into coverage in the most critical drive of your fucking career? Desai.
Yeah, you want to.
Oh my
when
God.
your nuts are on the fucking chopping block, you want to go down firing with your best fucking players doing what they do best, not Robert Quinn going fucking backwards. You know what I mean? That's like using Michael Jordan as a fucking decoy. I mean, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
You got a fucking cold-blooded assassin. Use him. Let him go fucking snipe people. Not the other way. It's foolish.
Let me just say this. We'll go continue give our stars out. Larry Borum, star. Obviously, the interior of the offensive line, I got to see it. Mr. fucking...
You got to get one
Mustafer,
play.
I got to see the tape on
You got to give a star for one play tonight. E.A. Booney made the biggest play of his fucking career tonight. I mean,
him and DHC.
Yeah, well,
DHC gets a star.
To me,
Booney gets a star.
To me,
too.
DHC is a cornerstone piece to this defense.
I'm right with you. When Roquan Smith is quoted as he's the hardest working person, it's an indictment on Desai, Nagy, every fucking person. I want to say this. Here's another issue I have as we're going through the stars that we're giving away tonight. A new fucking thing on BHL. It is so important that you don't have these rotating fucking captains, because you don't ever have a communication from the coach to the locker room that's better when you have stable captains that actually are captains, that don't get paid a certain amount. So, yay, let's give Jimmy Graham the captain, even though he's dog shit on the backside of a fucking zone play, even though he's not giving full-on effort all the time. Let's give Jimmy Graham a fucking captain. That's not football. Matt Nagy is a fucking Cub Scout leader versus an actual football coach. We had our guy. Shout out to my guy. And tomorrow will be his show, the Super 16 poll show with Chris Zorich. Even our guy Zorich was like, you don't rotate captains.
No.
The locker room is giggling at that shit. You have to set a culture that believes in the men that surround them, that they're going to step up.
And Phil, the shitty part about it is they're going out of their way to like be smarmy about it. Like Jesse James is the captain tonight because he's
didn't even get a fucking throw his way.
Who the fuck cares? I mean, you think this is the Jesse James revenge game? No, that means that you're worried about shit that doesn't matter. No, you have Khalil Mack is a fucking captain.
Exactly. Let's
Justin
pick out
Fields,
the captain.
Guess what? You're a fucking captain.
Justin Fields is a fucking captain. If he wasn't a captain to begin with, I have a special fucking ceremony.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. We fucking get Caden Whitlow as my media guy, and he produces this big, like, fucking king bringing a crown, and we make a joke of it, but really, ultimately, that's the mental stuff. That's the fun stuff that a locker room is having, and you give over the C. You put it on a fucking one of those, the covered dish, Shane.
Yeah.
And there's the C patch, and the fucking audience and the locker room goes crazy there. Do you want to see what Cassius has to say or no?
Ken, yeah, he's got a.
I don't know what he's wearing here, but
I've been doing the celebration my whole career, and it's just sad to see stuff like that happen in a close game like that. It's just rough, man. I don't want to say too much because y'all know how it is. But the one thing that I will say is, you know, on my way to the sideline, I got hip checked by the ref, and it's pretty clear.
I love this fucking guy.
If I were to do that to a ref or even touch the ref, you know, we get kicked out of the game.
Thank you, Cassius.
Possibly suspended and fined.
Right
So,
here. He's got
that
more
was just
balls than the
incredibly
fucking
inappropriate.
coach, Jackal.
And that's all I'll
He
say.
does. More balls than your fucking head coach.
I had no idea till I got to the sideline.
That
one of our
is
coaches was
crazy.
upset, and he had the right to be. You know, that was a big penalty and a big point in the game, and you know, I cost my team.
Jackal can't even keep up with
whether I
all
agree
this
with the
chat
call or
room.
not,
Holy shit,
it
you
cost
guys
us in
are
a very
going
crucial
fucking
time.
crazy.
So,
in a good
you know,
way.
I definitely feel a
Glad
lot of remorse for
we
costing my
decided to
team.
show
You know,
Cassius
possible
because
victory.
that is the moment.
So
that
but I
is
didn't
the
know
fucking
until
moment.
until I got to the sideline.
This guy cares.
In the moment, what was the reaction when that contact was made?
That
I
guy
thought it was
cares.
I thought it was accidental. You know, you bump into
Exactly.
people on the field. It's football. You know, I didn't even think about it. I was happy. Got a sack. We're in a good position to come back and get the victory. So I didn't even put any thought into it at the moment.
Did you see the video?
Yes. Yeah.
What was your reaction?
He saw the video, but the coach
didn't.
Coach didn't.
It's just a little.
Coach
I mean,
fucking didn't.
It's upsetting. You know, I just think that it's I think that it's unfair that, you know, that he has the ability to do that with no consequence. So
This guy has more fucking.
They're gonna fine him.
He doesn't care either. He spoke the fucking truth.
Oh no,
I'm
I
grateful
get
for the
it. I get it.
opportunity, and
I'm just
I've
saying,
This is
they're
what
gonna-
football's
here with the
about.
Bears so
You
far, so,
you fans are
definitely
witnessing
grateful to be
this.
here and
The Bears
and play for
blog,
this
I'm sure, and the blog boys are writing up an article about Justin right now, and you're fucking witnessing what a real fucking.
Cassius Marsh talking to the media.
Let's see
at
if
Heinz
this guy
Field,
has anything to say.
again,
real
committed
quick.
that
Will they
penalty,
say
the
anything
taunting
about-
penalty that cost the Bears there at the end of the game. We'll hear more from.
Nope. They're gonna talk about the fucking weather.
Yeah, we'll add him back because I'm sure they're gonna be having QB1.
I can't wait.
That's gonna be
I think
must-see TV.
Barlissimo's right. TTNL fans, we could fucking start a fundraiser for that fucking fine because he is showing more of a leader that it mattered to him. The emotions of a game should never be taken out of the player. There was no maliciousness. He's done the fucking kick since that fucking roundhouse fucking Johnny Be Good Karate Kid kick since he's been here. Cassius, TTNL has your back. 100%. Get him on the fucking show. Get him on this show. Because if Ryan Pace and company cut this guy, Shane,
Oh yeah, it's a mistake. 100%.
that is a fucking. That's what you got. Soccer moms running the and that's no shot at soccer moms, but even a soccer mom will tell you, hey, I don't know anything about the Chicago Bears. That's what we have running. That's what we have. His whole teammates, as Ryan Cox is saying, they should fucking pick. You're damn right, Ryan. That's keeping it 100, Cassius. That's what life is about. There's too much shit going on in this world. Negative. You want to see the Bears win and be victorious. That referee took it upon himself to dip. Shane showed you it. Shane, you got the clip again?
Yeah,
Play
we're
it
not
again.
we're not gonna roll it again.
Oh, they already dipped us on that?
Yeah, we'll
Oh.
keep that off. But yeah, Carenti.
Jim's going to pay his fine for him. Our business manager right there, Larison, chiming in. Fucking love you. But that, my father saying the P word on X's with O's on Saturday, I thought was my favorite moment so far in this network. Tonight, Cassius saying, you know what, I will say this, and continues to tell the truth. That right there is a showcase. I can't believe it. I just can't. I'm so happy that he took that step to do it. Now, I sent those to Vito. He's trying to drive home. He's the designated driver. So if you want to jump on, please reach out to Chris Jackal quick.
Yeah, we're going to take one tonight.
One fan tonight. I also sent another invite out to Allison, Alyssa, and Brian Chambers, but he has not read it yet.
How many fucking people did you invite on?
Well, they were the two going to the
12:30.
game. They were the two that were at the game that reached out. But listen, going back, Cassius just, you make the fucking huge play. Smash that like button, like Korn is saying. And to have somebody who's controlling the game decide that they're going to over control the game, to have your head coach not address it, because it wasn't just that play that was.
Oh no, not even close.
So you have every right as a man and a leader of men to say, I'm gonna fucking take this fine, and and it's so disappointing, Shane.
Phil, just step back for a second and just imagine if Justin Fields wasn't the quarterback for the Bears and put in a guy that's been in the news all week. Just say if Green Bay was playing Pittsburgh tonight, and some of that shit happened to Aaron Rodgers tonight. You think that shit's called?
Gosh. Absolutely. That's why that's why I sometimes will debate with a troll, because they put you in a corner. They try to paint you. Oh, you're crying about the officials. You're crying about the Packers game. No, I know this fucking game. I've proven time and time again to show you the bullshit. So when I do have an issue with the fucking call, when you do see that somebody's over, I said it right to begin. Go look on my Facebook timeline and look at the reality of what I said. What transpires there? Right in the beginning, Tony Correnti's calling this game. Oh, fuck. This guy is known to go against the Bears. Here we go. We got our guest, I believe. Is that my guy, Brian?
Yep.
All right. You always got to have hype. Remember this one guy said, it's acting, Phil. You act. I'm like, I need an Academy Award. My wife's like, act. You come over to the house and watch.
Real quick before you bring him on, Phil, I want to throw this. This is Brendan Shagru on Twitter. Put this up, and the Bears extended this streak tonight. Since 2017, the Bears have scored a defensive or special teams touchdown in every appearance on Monday Night Football, and they did it again tonight. So they extended the streak. That's pretty impressive.
Can you not put Eddie up there? Jesus fucking Christ. I thought I was going to have a night without him. Anyway, my guy and his beautiful wife, they went to the game. My guy, Brian Chambers, I think he's still walking at the stadium. Let's bring him.
It's 100 Crew Hot Takes. Phil and Shane bringing on a fan to talk Bears and what just happened in the Bears game each and every week. You have to have hype.
Phil's always telling me to hype.
You can't be flat. So be ready, be prepared, and bring your passion.
I had hype coming out of my ass.
It's 100 Crew Hot Takes. Hashtag Spencer Strong.
Those are big time fucking throws.
There he is.
Hey, Dr. Phil, what's going on, my man?
How are you guys holding up after that travesty? You and Alyssa.
We're not. I'm very disappointed. We walking around, all the Steeler fan making fun of me. It's not cool at all.
What was it like in the stadium when you saw the taunting penalty go flying in late there?
How was it in the stadium? It was awful. I don't even know how to explain it, but you know, it was a good game. I'm be honest. I kind of called it too, you know, like with the you know, play call and all that. But I'm about to walk out this casino full of Steeler fans. But I can tell you what, the Bears fans came down here. We represented hard, big time, and it was nice. You know, just like him. What's up, man? What up, baby?
There he is. Look.
Hey, Chicago in the house, right? We still in the house.
Got
We
some
still in the
Bears.
house. What's that?
That taunting call?
Oh,
That taunting, that was a bad call.
the taunting call.
You're right. That was a bad call.
That's what we're talking about here. We have a terrible.
Is that a Steelers fan? Does he want to talk shit?
All right, how you doing, man? Yeah, thank you.
They had a 40,
I'm sorry, y'all. I know it's a lot going on here. What they was talking about was that taunting. I thought it was bull crap, you know. That shouldn't have been called. I don't think.
No,
You know?
it was. We've documented it. I know you've been walking around. You're at the stadium. We documented it. Even Cassius came on and said it himself. There was a bullshit call. It was late. It affected the whole outcome of the game.
He brought up the
He brought up
referee.
the
The referee
referee.
dipped into him when he was walking off the field.
Even the Steelers fan was like, "Man, that's full of shit." Like, I mean,
exactly.
They was, you know, it was terrible, you know. And say hello to my girl.
There she is.
There
Hi.
she is. Yeah. And you know, we come here. I'm just disappointed. I can't even express how I feel. Like, I'm so disappointed. And we gotta get rid of Nagy. That's just plain and simple. We all know that. You fire Nagy, baby.
There she is.
Fire that motherfucker, because he's a piece of shit. That's what he is. But we'll be fine. You know, I just hope that, because I feel like Justin Field has so much potential.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I just hope that they build around him. And I was looking at the game, and I was looking at a lot of receivers. They weren't getting open or separation like needed to. I feel like Goodwin and Bird, they just a waste of fucking roster.
Oh,
to be honest.
God. Especially
You know?
Bird. Goodwin offers some speed, and he made that huge catch. We thought they were going to overturn it.
Yeah.
They made the right call there. I was surprised. They kept the catch. That was a huge momentum change but I hear what you're saying. I mean, Matt Nagy, how did you feel? How did the stadium feel about Justin Fields out there?
Oh, they love him, man. It's a lot of Ohio.
Yeah.
Like people from Ohio, they love Justin Fields. It was people just wearing Ohio State jerseys, you know. They love him.
Yeah.
But they just know that he's not under a right system.
Right.
They know that, you know. We talked about that. Even with Steeler fans, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. Steeler fans are awesome.
Yeah.
You know, they
travel
just,
like no other fan.
they are. You know, they gave me a little hard time. You know, even when I showed up at the airport, but it was all in fun. It wasn't nothing harsh. You know, I give it up to them. You know, they're an old team like the Bears. You know, we one of the old, you know, teams in the NFL. You know, Papa Hallis. You know.
What did you think when Justin was getting hit late and there was no calls there? Were you able to see that?
When he was getting hit, he get hit a lot. I'm gonna tell you what, we need an offensive line. That man is gonna be in trouble.
I know.
And he's gonna start throwing darts to Ghost out there, because he's gonna get hit so many times he's gonna get confused.
Yeah.
So
He did take a lot of shots tonight. That's what makes it even better.
From this point on, you have to build around him, Montgomery.
Oh yeah.
And Mooney. Everybody else, I feel like you can kind of wash away.
I thought Cole Kmet stepped up tonight, big time.
He did, but I don't feel like he's consistent. Like
He
did though. He did his thing.
He did his thing tonight. Does he continue that going forward? Obviously, we got the bye week. We were giving out stars. You're in the stadium. Who was the standout for you aside from Justin Fields? We all know that. Who was the standout performer for you there?
That's a good question, man. I'm gonna say Mooney.
Yeah.
With that touchdown because it
Claudio's
changed the
happy
game.
about it. I'll tell you that.
Oh
It
yeah,
changed the game.
if you go back and you watch his route that he ran on that, it was
It was awesome.
All I got to say about Mooney is the deep ball effort dive. That's all you got to know about that kid.
Yeah.
Football means everything to that. I can go through this whole roster and I can see, okay, football means everything to David Montgomery. Football means everything to Larry Borum. Football means everything to Darnell Mooney. Football means everything to Justin Fields. We could go down this list.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And you saw Roquan Smith took a giant step up tonight. He needed to. Danny T shouldn't even been dressed. He shouldn't even showed up on the bus. They obviously replaced him. I'll give them credit, Shane. Christian Jones ended up coming into the game for Danny T, but you're on it. You're on it. I know you guys are there late, but I wanted to get you guys on. I've loved you. Followed us. You're a patron.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I love you guys. I love what y'all do. I watch y'all. I've been there from the start, even from when we went to London, me and my girl.
Yeah.
And we took that hard Raider loss, but yeah, I've been following ever since for a very long time. And keep doing what y'all doing because y'all doing a great job. I'll tell you that right now.
Thanks, man.
We really appreciate that. You guys get your beautiful girl on there too. Let me see her. There she is. I hope you had fun despite the loss. Tell her.
He said he hope you have fun despite the loss.
We'll do.
Yeah.
Give us one more fire Nagy and we'll let you guys go.
Oh, we gotta say that together. On 1, 2, 3, we gotta say fire Nagy. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Fire Nagy ass right now. Right now. All right,
Thanks,
y'all.
guys.
All right.
Y'all have a
Enjoy
good one. Thank you. Thank
God
you.
bless.
Thank you.
He is a great dude.
Here's our quarterback.
Oh, we got our quarterback.
What do you feel like when you?
Yeah, I mean, it felt great. It felt great. It felt awesome. Mooney made a great catch on that play. We were on the same page, so it was awesome.
Specifically, what did you see on the deep ball to Allen before the touchdown pass?
Yeah, I saw man. I knew the ball was going to him the whole time. So once I saw man, there's not many guys that can guard A-Rod, a man in the league. So I knew the ball was going to him the whole time. And, of course, he routed him up and made my job easier. Just put it out there for him and made a great play.
Can you speak to your play in the second half? Did you feel more comfortable in the second half than the first half? Just how
I felt the same, really. I just felt like the first half, every positive play, especially to start the game off, we just had a flag. So it's just like we couldn't get things started and we could get things going.
How frustrating was it to have that one touchdown negated by it?
I just talked to Jimmy. I said, good job after the play. And then he said there was a flag in the play. I turned around, just devastated. But, it's just frustrating. Of course, all the penalties today and just stuff like that. So, yeah, sucks.
Justin, you got hit a couple times on that sequence.
I'm DMing Cassius Marsh right now. So
Yeah.
excuse me. Trying to get him to come on.
I mean, yeah, he told me that he ran into me, which I thought is a late hit. So, if you run into me after I throw the ball, but, I don't know. And I said, Big Ben just got that call, so I don't know why you can't give me that call. I just needed him to call it both ways. So that's what I told him. But, yeah, so that's the only conversation we had.
Are you getting a little frustrated? It seems like somebody like Roethlisberger might get called, but then you got hit obviously a lot.
It's a common theory, the vets, they get those calls. I think Joe Burrow said something about that like a few weeks ago. Like, once we get older and once we get, to that time, we're going to get those calls. But being a young QB, you're just not going to get those calls. And you just have to face that.
I just love this kid. Man.
Yep.
Would you ever think Like, I'm not feeling the hood. Like, take the hood off. My true opinion.
Definitely,
Just what I would tell him.
getting away a little bit, and then also
Take the
just
hood
trying to
off.
get my body back right and
Answer
just
the
get it back to
questions.
100%.
Pretty dope jacket, though. I'm gonna give him that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Is that an orange?
Yeah, it was just one
Looks
high.
like a peach.
Maybe he's just away from the safety, so
On my
saw
end.
Jimmy. He had him beat a little bit, and I fit it in there on the seam route. So it was a great
I
catch
mean-
by him. I know it was a contested catch. So Jimmy
The
always shows
shots
up in
that
big
he
moments. He's
took
always
without getting
asking
a
for the ball
flag
when
is a fireable offense for
prime
Carenti.
time. So
On
he
top of
definitely had a
what
big play right
Carenti
there.
did. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on.
I have an update as soon as Justin's done with Tony Carenti.
No, that's just what's game
Perfect.
plan. So just game
He
plan.
should be
Wanted to
fined
push
and
the ball out
fired.
more.
With Nagy.
Oh, just you wait.
Oh, yes.
Just keep going.
I can't wait.
Don't change. Don't think.
Look
Sure
at
not,
this
just
kid's
keep working like
You
it's
see the
week one.
answers,
Just
how
don't get complacent and just keep working.
he's not reading stats. He's just talking. Any coach that comes up to the fucking podium and starts spurting out stats belongs to PFF and the Blog Boys.
I think
Go
that just
fucking
gives not
coach
only me but the offense
JV.
confidence. After the game, Cole came up to me and
Get
said,
the right fucking
we're,
guy.
We're almost there. We just got to keep working. So I mean, just seeing the explosive plays, seeing our drives, get put together, it's just gives our offense more confidence and just
Tell him,
pushes us to work
Clarence.
harder because we know we're on the brink of
This is the
being a
problem.
great offense. So we're just gonna keep working. Appreciate it.
Justin Fields, our United.
Yeah. Anyway, we don't need that. What update do we have? You're teasing me here. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I can just read it. I mean, it's
Yeah,
gonna be
I
hard for
can't
everybody
see
to.
shit from
Yeah.
there. Jackal couldn't expose it.
Jumping the
No.
fucking gun there, Jackal. All right, so this is a question to referee Tony Carenti. What did you see after the sack by Cassius Marsh in the fourth quarter that led to the taunting penalty being called? Carenti. First of all, keep in mind that taunting is a point of emphasis this year. And with that said, I saw the player, after he made a big play, run toward the bench area of the Pittsburgh Steelers and posture in such a way that I felt like he was taunting them. Question. There appears to also have been contact between you and the player in question. Did that contribute to the penalty being called? Carenti. No, not at all. I didn't judge that as anything that I dealt with.
Ass.
Question.
Fired. You're not going to fucking suspend Aaron Rodgers for lying.
Yeah.
Let's go down the fucking list of hypocritical bullshit.
Question. The video showed that you had a brief contact with the player and then you threw the flag. So you're saying that had nothing to do with the penalty being called. Carenti. That had nothing to do with it.
Oh.
It was the taunting aspect. Question.
Oh my God.
Can you explain the low block penalty that was called on James Daniels that negated a touchdown in the third quarter? Buckle up for this one. Jesus Christ. Lost my spot. Carenti. Once again, the new rules this year is that there should be no contact below the waist to any player outside of the tight end box. And the player initiated low contact to a player outside the tight end box.
No, he did not.
Question. In that situation, is it still a penalty if the offensive player fails to make contact? Carenti. I have to judge that there was contact, and that's what I judged. No, it's not. You do not judge it. You fucking see it, dumbass. That's what a referee does. You're not paid to make judgment fucking
Maybe
calls
he
like
touched
that.
him.
Oh, fuck.
Maybe it was offensive.
He could have.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. That would have been a touchdown. Let's throw
Fired.
Yeah, exactly. So I have to judge that there was contact, and that's what I judged. Question. So you judged that there was contact? Yes. Yes, I did. From my perspective and in my position, yes. It's disgusting.
It's
disgusting.
Just totally, completely, emphatically should be not even reprimanded. You're fired for a travesty on the national stage, ruining the game of football.
Bill Simmons just sent out a tweet. It says, fast forward 5 years. Let's go to Adam Schefter, who has more details about the Bears-Steelers game that was fixed by gamblers in 2021.
Exactly. It's unacceptable.
Yeah, it is.
It's a travesty.
Well, Carenti poured more gasoline on
By
top of
lying.
his fucking head right there in the post-game quotes.
Yes.
He didn't oh, yeah, I judged that there was... No, you better have fucking... You literally took a touchdown off the fucking board by saying you judged that there was contact. No, you had to have seen that there was contact. You didn't see it because there was none.
Dude.
Fucking liar.
It's lying that just infuriates me, especially when it comes to the outcome of a game. When it comes to the outcome of a game, you played the video at the beginning of this show. You can clearly tell that this fucking guy, first of all, you can't stand and sit there and give a guy a penalty for standing and staring at another team on the sideline. Stephen A. Smith, look, I'm a Steeler fan, okay? I want them to win, but for Tony Marsh of the Chicago Bears, his name's Cassius, to make that big play of a sack fresh off the practice and get called for taunting, it's ridiculous. Let the players decide. Well, it's even worse than that, Stephen. It's even worse than that because the official lies.
Right. So
I don't know
if you guys got to see this in the Justin Fields, but Justin Fields addressed that Roquan got up in front of the team in the locker room after the game to address the entire team, saying he really poured his heart out just to see his passion. He is about the sport and about the game and about this team. You can just tell what guys want to win and how passionate we are about this sport. So, I mean, that's great. Roquan needs to do more things like that. I understand he wants to get paid. And like I said, it'll continue to piss people off. But the way that this team is constructed, I have big time issues dumping $100 million contract into an off the ball linebacker. And I know nobody wants to hear that.
If
he's got to continue.
Yes.
He's got to continue to trend
Tonight,
up.
he was fucking wrapping up.
Yes. No, I get it.
That's exactly.
They should have deployed him even more, Phil. Just go get fucking Roethlisberger.
That whole last drive, I go, here they go. Yeah. They're just going to send the missile. And Desai is a giant fucking pussy. That's what he is. Like, how are you dropping Robert Quinn? How aren't you blitzing? Man up. You're better than they are. You have to fucking be aggressive. Last week on X's with the O's, Barelissimo, we're watching Roquan, Ogletree, and Danny T not show aggressiveness. Not downhill, not read the guard, step, fire. If you're not a patron, if you're a patron, you know this shit. It's like night and day from the tape that we saw. I'm not even watched this tape. I already know Roquan came to play. That's got to continue, to Shane's point. That's got to continue. But the defensive coordinator, fucking as bad as the refs are, that shows you a championship. I love to hear that Justin is pointing out, because what were we saying? There should be captain. Khalil Mack, Roquan Smith, Jason Peters, Justin Fields, and maybe DHC. Those would be my 5 guys, just looking off the top of my head. And maybe you could throw Akeem Hicks in there.
Yeah, Phil, and I think it's important here we'll go off the game just a little bit. I put the banner there at the bottom of the page. We have over 1,100 people here live in the chat. If you're not a TTNL patron, head over to www.thetapeneverlies.com where you get expanded coverage via us at TTNL. Phil breaks it down. We got a bye week coming up, and I said, well, we do a lot of pop-up shows, as any patron can tell you, and they're probably, don't be surprised to see Phil and I show up one of these nights during the bye week, maybe with a Justin Fields special. We'll take some of these special throws that he's made over the past couple of weeks, and we'll break it down specifically just on those throws with QB1 in Chicago. If you're not a patron, you're not going to get that coverage, and there's enough people out there that do follow us there that they will verify and let you know exactly how great it is. It comes with a live halftime show for each and every game. So if you're not, head over to tapeneverlies.com. That'll link you directly to become a TTNL patron. It is $7 a month, but it's well worth the investment.
Smash the like button, as Berlissimo and Michael Lewis are saying. Like, show up. Show up, unlike Nagy. Hit the fucking like button. Subscribe to the channel. Show the world the passion that you guys have for this network. And I can't thank you guys enough for that. You know, everything we do at this network is to try to benefit and better the Chicago Bears. It's the goal. Yes, we have passion. Yes, we curse. Yes, moms around the world with little kids probably hate us. But the reality is the truth comes to the top and it stays there. We don't flip-flop by the week. I know I'm hard on a lot of these guys and they hate me. They do. They hate me because I call them out like Shane's calling out Carenti for lying. The Bears blog, liar, flip-flopped. I mean, best human talent. My boy Lance Poirier.
I can throw that up so everybody can see what we're talking about.
I'll show you. I'll witness. You want to witness BS?
That's
like, you're never going to see me.
It's the bullshit that we don't play here, and this is the type of shit that we call out because people, for some reason, strangely enough, eat it up just because.
Could we get Roquan's presser, Caden? Can you lock that up? Maybe it might be on YouTube. Guys, apparently he called out the taunting and the official.
Well, he said it was in a one-on-one in the locker room. It wasn't.
It was a
one-on-one. Yeah, he just said it was. He didn't say bullshit, but he said it's BS. Were his words. Yeah, it's BS.
And he said the loss. Thank you, Bears fan. Always taking ownership and responsibility. Well, we don't have to play it, but you guys can go watch that. So you'll probably not want to hear me talk. I probably wouldn't talk over Roquan. I'd listen to it. NFL needs to suspend the ref, Shannon Sharp. He intentionally stuck his butt out, I would say his hip, so Bears player could run into him and then through the exactly. Thank you, Shannon.
Yeah, and here's just to go back to the Bears blog, and this is what we talk about. Take the thing off there. Yeah, this back in December of 2020, the Bears blog sent out a tweet. Brian Daboll should be at the top of candidate lists for head coaching vacancies this year. And then the other night after Sunday when the Bills lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars, he sends out a tweet. Brian Daboll lovers are quiet. But that just shows you how they're riding the wave.
Whatever is convenient.
They change whatever. Exactly. Like, there was a point when the Bears blog has put out a tweet that has since been deleted. And this is
I have it, Shane.
Yeah, saying that Justin Fields will ruin a team.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could find that. I know you don't. If it's in my favorites, I could pull it up. But
yeah, we're not bullshitting here. I think we've built up enough credibility to let people know that we're not
I'm never calling anybody out. I invited the Bears blog on the show.
He wanted $100 an hour. True story. To come on.
Asking people to unfollow him. That's all, because I don't want you to be stupid. I don't want you to be less of a fan. Eric Lambert steals our shit every week. I used to really like Eric. I just don't like the non-crediting. Shane said something like 2 months ago. Now it's 800 likes shared around. It's over and over.
Yeah, we brought up a couple of months ago.
Sorry, Kenneth, you're completely and utterly wrong. Utterly wrong. Utterly wrong. Like, this is more wrong than Matt Nagy's play call. Did anybody take away that Khalil Herbert is better than David tonight?
No. I mean,
Oh
that's
my
just
God.
that's
David was playing off an injury in the fucking chaos of that game. In fact, I'm going to sleep tonight. Before I go to bed, I'm sending David a DM just to let him know how overwhelmingly impressed I was with him tonight. Without him, there is no Darnell Mooney fucking touchdown. Without him running, there is no energy of this team. Did you see him happen to carry fucking the whole Steeler defense on his back? I mean, what are we talking about?
I think people get caught up into the fact
You
that
going into numbers, man.
rookie,
This
and
ain't the
listen,
fucking San Fran D tonight.
I love Darnell Mooney, but you saw a little bit of that happen last year where, I mean, people were treating this kid like he was Randy Moss, which he is not.
Tell him, Heidi. Monty is the identity. It says it right in the beginning of this show. I'll never fucking kowtow to nobody. This guy is the real deal. Real deal. And listen, I don't understand why he's not giving more carries. You don't go on a naked boot when the coach says, I'm looking at this guy. Well, call fucking timeout then if you're looking at it. You're going to let your quarterback get sacked? That's what a good coach does. I was pissed off at the broadcast because I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. You haven't mentioned the best player on the whole fucking field. You're driving up poster sales for TJ Watt, but Khalil Mack ain't out there. You think he has something to say about this fucking statue at quarterback tonight? Yeah, he does. Do you think your defensive coordinator would ever drop your guy to cover a tight end on 3rd and, what was it, 16? Yeah, it happened. It happened. Montgomery is a warrior. Again, Khalil Herbert, young, good back, not David Montgomery. He's an elite player. You'll see what he does against the Ravens, because the Ravens are going to fucking play some fucking football. Let me tell you that. That defense flies around the football field. But again, everybody gets paid in this league. So it's up to you. Like Shane's saying, Roquan looked great tonight. How does he play? Cole Kmet, how does he play? This team is not going to the playoffs with this coach. There's no fucking way. They can't get out of their way.
The trend has been for them to be on the,
downward
upswing a little bit heading into the bye sometimes, but then they come out and it usually ends up being one of their worst games of the season. And unfortunately,
historically,
we get to
what is
face
their record?
Lamar. I don't think they've won under Nagy coming off the
Never
bye.
won off a bye with Matt Nagy. Berlissimo can check on that. We do the tape. We'll break down the tape. That'll come out. We got weeks to get you ready. But like Shane said, I am so proud of this network and the passion and the minds of everybody here that we work with, as well as the patrons and the fans of this network. I just ask that you just hit the like button. Let other people know. I would be happy to talk to anybody. It never has to get anywhere other than the truth. ESPN calling out the coach. Good. We've been doing that for 4 years. ESPN calling out the officials tonight. That is a new change. And I got to tip my hat because
Brian
I felt
Griese.
like it was Brian Griese doing it. I want to tip my hat to Cassius Marsh for telling his truth. That kid will become a scapegoat to blog boys everywhere. 0-3. Thank you, Anthony Gordon. If you didn't smash the like button, Daniel Perez and Nunu Johnson and Lady C, and come on, hit it, subscribe, let other people know. Before we head out of here, let's make some final points, and then I got some promoting to do for this week's show because we do have a bunch of shows this week, Shane. So couple final points.
Yeah, I mean, as much as it stings about, you know, the calls are the calls at this point, you want to make everybody aware of them, but bitching and complaining and fixating on that, you're never going to change it. My focus, my mentality shifts always to QB1, Justin Fields. And like I said, tonight was the growth that we wanted to see. And don't forget this. Don't forget this. It was on a national fucking stage when the Bears usually lay down, where their quarterback usually falters and has big gaffes, big interceptions, fumbles, plays terrible. The world got introduced to Justin Fields on the NFL stage tonight. They see it. Guys like Ben Albright, who's been trashing this kid since day fucking one, said, I feel like watching Justin tonight. He turned the corner. Well, thanks, Ben. That's pretty fucking great of you, considering he's, 7 games in? Way to fucking go. Guess what? 2, Ben. Denver still needs a fucking quarterback. Detroit, you still need a fucking quarterback. Carolina, you still need a fucking quarterback. Guess who's got one? The Chicago Bears. Times are different. This team is going to be undergoing a massive overhaul in the offseason. I'm just talking roster-wise. I'm not even talking front office and head coaching because I think that's going to be coming. I'm going to stick to my guns on the pace is moving up. Matt Nagy is moving out. This roster will be overhauled. But Chicago, let's be fucking better. Let's throw our love and support, adoration behind this fucking kid and not rip him apart for every little tiny fucking mistake because we've seen the fucking growth. He's a fucking dog at the quarterback position that this team has not fucking had in my lifetime. And I'm going back. You can say what you want about Jim McMahon. This kid's different. Yeah. He's the most athletically gifted quarterback that the Chicago Bears have ever had on their team, bar none. Doubt. And he's a dog at the position and a fucking leader. Tonight was the stepping stone for his career, and it's going to go nowhere but up. And I truly believe that. And I don't say shit like that unless I believe it.
Yes, you don't. You don't bullshit a bullshitter. That's the story for me tonight. Shane's keeping it 100 on Justin Fields. I think I could just let that stay there. And my final thoughts are going to come right after this. This week, we are going to have Eric Kramer, former Chicago Bears quarterback Eric Kramer, and Pro Football Weekly, as well as USA Today writer and analyst, former quarterback himself, Mark Schofield. Both guys coming on, keeping it 100 every Wednesday night. We go live. Nope.
This is NFL Network.
Hey, this is David Kaplan.
BHL for the Bears.
Exactly, Greg.
Oh my God!
This is crazy.
I am in heaven!
If the dude's a fucking pussy.
Concept-wise, his run game doesn't match with his pass game.
This is Matt Waldman.
This is Owen Cruz.
This is Paige DeMacco, CEO of the Draft Network.
Rashid Davis, former Chicago Bears wide receiver.
Hey, my name is Rashad Whitfield, the footwork king. What's up, everybody? It's Ryan Nall here with the Chicago Bears.
You're keeping it 100 with Shane and Phil.
Keeping it 100 with Phil and Shane.
You're listening to my guys Shane and Phil on
Keeping It 100.
That's Keeping It 100 every Wednesday night. Tomorrow night, you're going to get a double dose on TTNL. You're going to get the Super 16 Poll Show with Chris Zorich. You will also get One Up Fantasy with Christopher Jackal, starring Christopher Jackal and his co-star, Steven Johnson, who's being recognized for his TTNL.
Yeah, bare truth. Your comments of I'm not trashing Darnell Mooney. Listen, be a better listener. I'm saying last year when the kid made plays, people like you over fucking rated the kid, expecting him to be Randy Moss. He's a fabulous player. I'm just saying that he's Randy Moss, the pedestal the Bears fans put him on, was a massive fucking misjudgment. Can't be that way. He's the best wide receiver on the Bears team, bar
No
fucking
doubt.
none. I'm just
No
saying.
doubt.
Last year, he had a couple of long fucking touchdowns, and people are like, "Fuck it, this is Moss. This is Marvin Harrison. Let's just fucking chill."
Yes, let's chill. Darnell Mooney is the best receiver on this football team. He's also the best outside blocker, including any one of your tight ends, Darnell Mooney. So would be happy if Darnell Mooney becomes Robert Woods. That's what I want. Somebody consistently ready to make plays for his quarterback in any given moment, throwing his body around. And so far, that's what we've seen. The connection. I'll quote Justin Fields tonight. In my final thoughts on this football game, obviously, want to say this one last point before I do my final thoughts. Got so much on my brain here. Justin Fields, Brian Greasy again references Justin Fields to why is your connection with Darnell Mooney the way it is? Well, Brian, because he stayed after practice with me and has worked tirelessly in our timing and our cohesiveness. I understand what he wants to do and when he wants to do it. You think that matters? Do you think an $18 million franchise player would do the same? That's why you move on from those players. There's talent, and then there's talent that loves the game and wants to be the best. That's not Allen Robinson. My final thoughts, though, go on this. I look at this franchise and how it's run from top to bottom.
Ryan and Matt are men of character. They are both, like Ted, outstanding leaders. I've been most impressed with how well they collaborate.
The collaboration from front, back, bottom, or up has to be removed. You can't be a good leader and not stand out in front of your team and say, we got to be better, and the refs need to be better tonight. They hurt us tonight. Bill Parcells would have said it. Jimmy Johnson would have said it. Ditka would have said it. That's the difference. The goal of the head coach isn't to be liked by the locker room. It is to eventually be loved by the locker room. You're not in it to be friends. You're in it to teach, to help, and to put the game of football first and foremost. Never, ever should you put your offense or plays. They don't come first. The very foundation of this franchise is one with which there is no NFL without it. And the old man, unfortunately, left it to a group of family members that don't understand football and don't understand the roots of it. Tonight on the national stage, we saw a football team that looked like shit. In the first half, they looked pathetic, poorly coached, penalties on themselves. They took a different approach in the second half, and it was led by number 1, 32, and 11. Everybody else stepped up and rose to that occasion. Now we see how they transpire after their 0-3 under Matt Nagy out of bye. We will see what they bring to the table. You all will see. That being said, it's time to fire Matt Nagy. That is the only way you're going to get out of this log jam of mediocrity or below. You can't be a goal to be average. Think about this. The collaboration. Ryan and Matt are great, men of great character. They sold 8-8. which ended up being 8 wins, 9 losses, if you count the playoffs, as good. That's not how you work it. That's not how your goal should be. You should be wanting to win at all costs. Put your money where your mouth is. I hope this week you guys join us. Sign up. I saw a few of you. Thank you for signing up. I'm going to leave you with this from our fans. Shane, if you have to bounce, this will be the final video. Heading out, I want to shout out all you fans that reached out to me and are in unison. I ask all of you, don't be fooled, like J-Lo said, by the rocks anybody's got. Don't be fooled by Matt Nagy's team tonight. Matt Nagy's going to decide in 2 weeks, once again, how do they come out? It's fire Matt Nagy time in Chicago.
Fire Nagy. Fire Nagy today.
Let's keep it 100 now. Fire Matt Nagy. Get that bum out of here and his play scheme. And while you're at it, take Ryan Pace with you.
Fire Nagy. Number 2, fire Nagy. Number 3, fire Nagy.
Fire Nagy now. Fire Nagy now. We on our way to Pittsburgh, and we hope to win that game. Thank you, TTNL. Hope you post this, and y'all have a good one. Peace, love.
Fire Nagy.
For the love of everything George Hallis, can we please fire Matt Nagy?
Fire Nagy now. Come on, Bears. Do the right thing. Fire Nagy now.
Fire Nagy.
Fire Nagy right now.
Come on, CDC. Nagy, no good for the Bears.
Fire Nagy.
Fire Nagy.
Fire Nagy.
Fire Nagy.
Chicago, please fire Nagy.
Fire Matt Nagy.
He's had 2 first-round quarterbacks,
Fire Matt Nagy. Now.
2 playoff runs,
Fire Matt Nagy.
hasn't won a playoff game,
Fire Matt Nagy.
had ruined 1 franchise quarterback. I don't want to see Fields ruined.
Fire Matt Nagy.
Fire Nagy now. Motherfuckers.
By the way, Bears fans, let's get Nagy fired today. Well, tomorrow. Fire this man. Been too long in mediocrity. Time for a change.
Fire Nagy.
Bear down. I want to save one. We got to fire Nagy now. Fire Nagy.
Fire Matt Nagy.
Fire Nagy. Do it now.
Fire Nagy. Right now. Fire Matt Nagy.
Fire Nagy. And do it now.
The proof is in the tape. The tape never lies. Fire Nagy.
Fire Nagy.
Get Matt Nagy up out of here, man. Fire Nagy. Fire Pace. Go ahead and send him an early Christmas present, which is a pink slip. Fire that fuckhead Nagy.
Fire Nagy. And do it now.
Fire Matt Nagy.
Fire Nagy.
Fire Nagy now.
Yo, TTNL family, this is your boy Bullets. With a message for the collaboration crew. Fire Matt Nagy now. Because Lord knows I'm done with this guy.
Fire Nagy now.
Right now.
Now.
Fire Nagy now.
Yo, this is Mike Huff, TTNL Network. Coming straight out of the region. Fire Matt Nagy. Fire him now. Hashtag sell the team. Bear down. Fire Nagy.
Hey, even my boy Charlie here agrees. It's time to fire Nagy now. Right, buddy?
Save the Charter franchise. Fire Nagy now. Take Pace and Phillips with you. Carpools shall be allowed.
We've got one thing to say. Fire Nagy. Fire Nagy. Fire Nagy.
Fire Matt Nagy. Fire Matt Nagy. Woo! Bring it down. Fire Nagy. Fire Nagy.
Fire Nagy. Matt Nagy, you're fired. Fire Nagy. Yeah.
Thank you for watching Bears Hour Live, the best post-Bears game show on the planet, on the Tape Never Lies Network.
If you stuck around, the Fire Nagy